Hey, this is MiracleMax. Welcome to Rise of Civilizations. Today is going to be a key opening video, and this video is for Ginger Ale in my alliance. Ginger Ale says she likes key opening videos, so just for you and, anybody else who happens to watch, this is for you in Sanctuary. This is the alliance in Kingdom 158 that I'm a part of, and we actually all started together in another kingdom, and when that went a little psycho there, we moved together and started again in this one and have been having a lot of fun. So for Ginger, here you go. Here comes our keys. All right, so I have 56 silver keys and 124 golden keys. And as far as the silver keys, I'm far enough in the game where there's not much that comes out of them that I'm interested in. If we go to the rewards list for silver keys, um, in the epic commanders, I have 6 of the 12 already maxed out, and I'll show those to you. So there are 7 I am still looking for. I have all the elite commanders done, all the advanced commanders done. Some of these purple stars for upgrading my epics would be great. And then resources and speed ups are always good. So are tomes of knowledge; those are little baby ones, but I will take those too. As far as in the golden keys, any legendary is always awesome. Any legendary sculpture is awesome. Again, for the epics, the few that I still need, I'd love to see some of those pop up. Any stars, resources, speed ups, and tomes would be great too. So let's get this started. I am going to do one at a time on the gold, and then I will probably hop into the silver chests and do those all at once at the end, as they are, like I said, not that exciting, and I'm not sure if 180 keys would be that fun to watch. So let's just get started and see what we get. We'll do these one at a time for a little while. Um, Really nothing there that I'm looking for. I could use an Ulchi. I have not maxed him yet. And there's Sun Tzu. He's one that I haven't yet, so getting 10 of him is awesome. Herman is on my list. So far, so good. I'm not seeing any Kusunoki I still need. Osman I still need. And there we go, another 10 of Osman. And one of the things I wanted to talk about as we do these key openings here is that we got an email. All right, 5 Frederick. Frederick's interesting. I need to develop him and see what happens. But anyway, we got an email today from Rise of Kingdoms or Rise of Civilizations. We're kind of in the middle of the name change. That I was surprised about. I'm happy to see 3 Julius. Let me go take us real quick to that email so we can talk about it while we're in between. So the email says we're developing a new system to allow governors to switch servers, and we'd love to hear your opinion. And then they sent out a survey that we can talk about. But as I'm doing it, the first thing I saw in here is we are developing a new system. This isn't a do we want a system to switch servers, but it's something that is happening. It's something that's coming, and we don't know how soon, but I am interested to see what people think about that. Sometimes you get stuck into a kingdom. Hi, Pelagius. Glad to see you too. That you just don't have a good alliance. Maybe one kingdom I'm in is, I think, 5 of the top 6 alliance are all Chinese alliances, which is great. The problem is, if you're in chat, I have no idea what's being talked about all the time, and the translate feature only works some of the time. So it's a hard place to be. Or maybe you're in an alliance where you've gotten crushed and there's just nothing left for you to do in that kingdom. Unfortunately, Belisarius is already maxed. I will take Sun Tzu, though. So being able to switch isn't a bad thing, more Wulji, but I'm just curious how they're going to control that. And there were a lot of questions in the survey that maybe gave us some clues. They were asking about power limits, about whether kings should be able to determine who gets to come in their kingdom as far as by power. More Sun Tzu, that helps me there. El Cid, my least favorite, everybody's least favorite legendary. Someday we should find a use for him, but I haven't found one yet, so we'll just let him sit there. And it is an interesting idea. I'm not sure if that gives kings too much power. I mean, they already are controlling a lot in the kingdom, but whether allowing them to determine power levels for the kingdom, um, as how high a player can come in, or maybe how many players can come in, or the cost of players coming in. All those questions came up in the survey, and I'm just not sure. Um, Frederick, let's be happy about this. All right, Frederick, 10 more Frederick statues, so hopefully we'll be able to do a couple level ups on him today. I know I'm still working on his first skill, so it'd be great to get him. There's our first legendary, more Pelagius. We'll be happy to have him. Sarka. Sarka, I have 660 of her and she's maxed out. I'm not sure what we're supposed to do with all those. I wish they'd let me trade them in for food or 5 minute speed up, something. Right now I'm just building a pile of them. Maybe they'll become one of my new wall structures in my village or something. Charles Martel. We love seeing him. Let's keep picking up more of him. More Pelagius. Apparently the game thinks I need to develop him. And maybe it's time. Pelagius went down in popularity or usage with the release of Belisarius and Baibars. And so I haven't done anything with him with those two coming out. More Ulji. And let's go take a look to Moe. Let's see how many of hers we have. Let me confirm that. Let's take a quick look at my commanders. Looks like I already have 2. So I am able to up Frederick. In the legendaries, probably Charles Martel and Richard and Mehmed are the ones I'd love to see the most. Frederick, I am working on his second skill. In epics, I have Lohar, Boudica, Belisarius, Scipio, and Joan of Arc maxed out. Sun Tzu, I'm working on right now, is 5244. And then you can see who's still left on the list. Pelagius is down there at the bottom. Poor guy. So that's kind of the range we're looking for in Epic is right here. And then, like I said, Legendary. I'll take anybody. I'd be happy to see them pop up. All right, we're at 93 golden chests left. There's some Julius. Always a good thing to have some Julius Caesar pop up. But anyway, with this new ability to switch kingdoms, I'm wondering if we can set some kingdoms with a minimum maximum. I mean, it would be nice if there was a place where more Sun Tzu. I'm going to get him up today. This is exciting. But it would be nice if there was a kingdom where some whales could battle against each other. A kingdom full of whales, tier 5s fighting tier 5s all the time instead of smashing those of us who haven't made it to tier 5 yet. And if more LC'd. And if you have tier 4s, getting smashed by tier 5s consistently can be heartbreaking in this game. More Osman. Osman is an interesting commander. He came out with the 3 new civilization release also, and I'd like to play with him and compare him to Scipio and kind of see how the two go side by side. They're very similar. They do have one talent tree which is different from each other. Osman has I believe it's a skill talent tree, and Scipio has an attack talent tree. So be interesting to see how they stack up, and I should put that on my list of videos. Lancelot, you've been maxed for months, buddy. More Boudica. Joan of Arc. Love Joan of Arc. She's maxed already too. So not much help there. Sarka. What do you look for when you're doing key updates right now? Look at Tomoe with almost 700 now, 699. I know we'll pass 700 in this video. But is there specific commanders you're hoping to pull up? Or do you just hit the open all button, which sometimes is really, really tempting? More Ulji. I've been saving keys for, I think, 3 or 4 weeks. We've had a lot of events recently that have had golden keys in them, so I've been able to pile these up for this video pretty quickly. but it is hard to wait because you always think maybe there's a Julius in there waiting for you. I was running low on tomes of knowledge, so it's not bad to see them piling up here. Oh, Mehmed. Now I'm excited to have Mehmed. He is on an AOE, so area of effect, which means he can hit multiple targets at the same time. Um, Commander. So that's nice to pick up 10 of him. That should help me out with him. Kusunoki. So right now we're at 2 legendaries, right? Frederick and Mehmed. And I'll try and keep track. Gaius. More Herman. Herman's interesting too. With the release of the Ark of Osiris, um, the use of garrison commanders has really come into play. There are the 9 buildings that your alliance is trying to protect as it pushes forward to take more. But that actually makes players need a garrison. Most of us don't stack up our houses or our cities to be defended. Frankly, because if you're going to be attacked, you're going to be attacked. And no matter how well you're defended, if people want to zero your city, they're going to. But in the Ark, having good garrison commanders can be the difference. So I'll have to play a little bit with Herman. More Lancelot, Gaius, Scipio. Got him maxed already, so that's not going to help me very much. A lot of food coming in. I recently, more Pelagius, it must be time to do him. The game is saying that. I recently finished doing my City Hall wall to 24, and our alliance is doing resource pooling right now, which means that a player is selected for the day or a certain time period, and everybody sends resources to them to complete large projects. And the wall is, I think it was 30, 30, and 50, 30,000 or 30 million food, 30 million wood, and then 50 million stone. And, with the help of my alliance, I was able to get all that together in 2 days, which was crazy versus probably you know, I think they say if you gather all day long, you can pick up about 10 million in resources a day. So that would have been 2 weeks of spending nothing and just gathering to be able to do that. So amazing, amazing thing. Hey, if you are moving kingdoms, Kingdom 158, Sanctuary, great place to be. All right, more Gaius, not really. Cleopatra. Right now, we've just started Strategic Reserve, and I'm hoping to pick up some more Cleopatra in there. A few more Ulgi. All right, I'm going to confirm that. We're down to 50 on the gold. Let's open a few silver let's get that down to 50. And again, on this, I am looking for resources and speed ups. Nothing else really, unless some epic sculptures come up. But there's really nothing going on here. Bam, we're at 50 at this. If I do one more, then let's open them all. We're going to pause right now and open all these. Give our gold keys a break. Here we go. Let's see what we get. Come on, baby. Clicking open all will expend all of your silver keys. Are we sure? Yes, we are sure. Boom, Sun Tzu, Ulji. Let's scroll up and look at that. So we did get 3 epic sculptures, which I could use, 10 epic stars, and a decent amount of food. Wood speed ups. All right, well, there wasn't that much. See, if I had opened all 50 of those at the same time, we only would have been happy 3 times. So let's confirm that and get out of the silver. So let's take a quick peek at our commanders and see. We've got 3 now that are saying we can upgrade. We have Frederick, Mehmed, and probably, and Kusunoki. I'm surprised Pelagius, you know what? Pelagius isn't saying anything because he's stuck there at level 10. So I've got to unlock another star before I can upgrade him, but we've got 64. So he's got 2 upgrades in him there. That'll help us out. Oh, free gold. Let's take the free one. There we go. For a free one, we'll take that. All right, here we go again. 50 more. 50 more. So, what are your thoughts on people moving kingdoms? Is that something you're in favor of? More Sun Tzu? We're going to get him upgraded. Would you do it? I mean, with all your accounts, and I don't know any players that just have one account or who are just in one kingdom. I think by this point we are 6 months into the game on iOS, um, and I think that puts us about a year total on both platforms. That may be a little longer than it is. Um, but at this point, most players, more Mehmed, that makes me happy, most players have restarted the game in new kingdoms. Maybe you played around, maybe you started with a free to play and then decided that you wanted to put some money into the game. Um, but most players have multiple accounts. So would you move yours? And one of the things we were talking about and joking about in our alliance, like I said, we all started in another kingdom together, is, we have those accounts that are, oh, hi, Herman. Glad to see you. But we have those accounts that I think mine is at 15 million power from way back then, and it's just sitting there, and all I do every day is come on and collect its resources. But it would be pretty funny to bring it into this kingdom and have it be my secondary farming account, even though its power is higher than this one. But our alliance power would go up really fast since most of us, like I said, have an account in that other kingdom that we could bring over. So, and I don't know if that's common for people to have moved as a group. All epic sculptures. Kusunoki, I will take. Scipio, I have too many of. More Pelagius, which is going to be helpful, and more Ulji. And, I have not really developed my AoE commanders, which is part of why I really want to get Sun Tzu um, maxed out, is I don't have a maxed out AoE commander, and I need one. So let's see if we can do that today. That would be great to be able to do more Tomoe, Sarka, um, more Charles Martel. I'd like to see that. We have 34 keys left. It would be great to pull a couple more legendaries if we could, or even one more full legendary would be awesome. I'll take anything I can get, although Gaius doesn't help me at all, neither does Tomoe. But I wonder if, in allowing us to move kingdoms, if they would increase the limit of accounts per kingdom. If not, I would have to move my farming account out of this kingdom into a different kingdom before I brought in my first account into this kingdom. So interesting. All right, we got 5 more Julius. Always happy to see Julius Caesar. Tomoe doesn't help me. Lancelot, Lancelot, Lancelot. I wonder if in some point in this game when we reach kingdom to kingdom, or kingdom versus kingdom, if they're going to increase the upper limits of levels and maybe add an additional skill for commanders. Because if they did that, wouldn't use these 767 Tomoe sculptures, but maybe some of the sculptures I have stacked up. All purple. Not sad about that. Food. More tomes. Do you get Lancelot all the time? I feel like I get Lancelot all of the time. More Kusunoki. Sarka. More Scipio. Nothing good there for me. More Tomoe. There we go. More Ulji. So it looks like he'll be able to go up with 68. He'll be able to go up 1 or 2 skill levels. More Osman. All right, down to 20 keys. I don't know if backing out helps at all, ever, but I'm going to do it. And the one thing I can never do is return to my home village without collecting everything that there is to collect. So I'm going to try and fight right now, hitting those last 2 buttons. I do see I have strategic reserves. Do you guys go all out on strategic reserves? Is that a game you play? Ours just opened 7 hours ago, and I'm in 13th place with 164 chests. So I'm already falling behind. Um, Gosh, that's such a grind event. I think the players who win it seem to. Here we go. I don't think they sleep for the 4 days. I mean, I feel like I do it pretty consistently, and I can't keep up. More Sun Tzu, Scipio, and there's that Lancelot dude again. Boudica. I think Boudica is maxed on all of my accounts now. Um, some more Sun Tzu, Bybars, and Joan of Arc. All right, Joan's maxed, but Bybars is not yet. More Boudica. We're coming down to the final stretch here. Sarka and Gaius. All right, 10 keys left. So how about a few legendary sculptures? If we're not going to get a full legendary, let's try and pull a few more Charles Martel. That would be awesome if that happened. I have no control over it. No one has control over it. It's just a game algorithm. But if you ever want to know what your chances are, if you go into the rewards list, there's a probability chart up here. So the probability of one of your 4 spots of dropping a legendary commander is a little more than 0.5%. So 100 keys, that means you have 400 spots, which means 2.5%. Doing math real quick in my head. 2.5 times you should get a legendary based on that, and I'm at 2. So anyway, that was a probabilities. 8 left. Stringing this out. Lancelot. Just messing with me to mess with me. More Sarka. Come on, baby. Give me some legendaries. Sarka Tomei. Nothing there. 3. There we go. Charles Martel. Belisarius Kusunoki. That's 3 out of the 4 I need. Belisarius, I think, is max. 2 out of the 4. But hey, we wanted Charles Martel. We just got 5 more. So I'm not going to be sad about that. More Herman. So we can max him. Sarka again, but more Pelagius. He's going to go up a couple levels. All right, last key. And nothing there. So let's check out our commanders here. So we know for sure. Charles Martel, are we close? Nowhere close. 14 out of 50. I do have some to exchange, so I don't know if I'll use them on him or on Richard. Frederick, we have 1, so he can go to 5 and 2. Heal slightly wounded. Don't care about that. Yeah, I'm going to go with that. We'll upgrade him there. And there's no reason to wait, so let's go ahead and take his skill up 1. Some more healing. I'm not using Frederick yet. I guess I should play around with him. All right, Mehmed is, this will max his first skill, which is great. So he is, like I said, an AoE commander, which means he has an area of effect. He can hit up to 5 targets at the same time. He's interesting because his first skill does this AoE damage, and then on top of that, it says, oh, by the way, if you're hitting a city, we'll do an extra bit of damage. So great to get that one maxed up on him. So we'll need to move him up a level. Where are we at on Richard? Richard, I need to move up. All right, Sun Tzu. So of these skills, I'm not using him as garrison. Do we want? I think I'd rather have more active skill damage, but we have, again, no control, and we get increased troop damage reduction and increased infantry unit health. So, but he's getting really close. 4 more skills to go. So he's got 3 at 1, that's 120, 170, so I need 167 more epic sculptures to max him out. All right, Kusunoki. Doesn't really matter which one we get on him. So archer unit attack and archer unit defense have gone up. And again, on him, I think his AoE skill is my most important right now. Or garrison, though I think I'll set Herman as a garrison. And I think Herman is maxed out there. What do we have for Herman? So we can go up one skill on Herman. I'm going to have to check my tomes of knowledge. I don't have that many, and so I don't want to put them on somebody. It looks like 2 skills on Woolji. I have a lot of infantry commanders that are on the verge. And with everybody using cavalry in the game, it would be great to have a full infantry army to counter that. And Pelagius, I can go up 2 skills on him. And we have Garrison, and he's slightly wounded, so I'll probably jump up 2 stars on him. Alright, so that's all my commanders. We did make a dent into it. It's nice to get all those chests open. And hey, thanks for listening to me babble on about this whole changing kingdoms idea. And I'm interested to see how that turns out, if that's going to be around the time of kingdom versus kingdom. You know, if you go into the game now and you go to create a new account, one of the things you notice, I'm going to pretend to create a new account. We'll go in here and look at the kingdom list. There's our newest one, 1290. But some of these earlier kingdoms are really, really empty. There just aren't any players in them. And if you go and create a new account, and I really don't want to do this, but we'll do it just for this. Character management, create a new account. If you go in here, the dots show you how crowded a kingdom is. Red is very crowded, yellow is crowded, and green means it has room. So these are the newest 8 kingdoms, and they all have room in them. And it used to be when you scrolled through here, you'd see a lot of very crowded kingdoms, or at least crowded, and so many people abandoned their kingdoms after the Lost Temple was taken because there just wasn't enough action in the game, that right now it doesn't look like there's any kingdom that is considered crowded. Nothing. So there's 290 kingdoms, and all of them have plenty of room. It makes sense for the game to combine. It makes sense to get kingdoms packed again, especially if we're going to be battling against each other. You know, you need kingdoms that are active to do that. Otherwise, you're just not going to have the action. So 1,200, so that's 290 total kingdoms, and none of them are crowded. So I am for people moving kingdoms. I am for increasing the competition. I'm also for, you know, letting the whales battle it out on their own somewhere. I'm a long way from tier 5 troops still, so that would be just fine with me. And anyway, all right. I went off on a couple tangents during this. I hope you enjoyed the key opening, and I hope you are lucky when you open your keys. I'm going to get my troops out there since it's strategic reserve and go kill some barbarians and see if I can pick up some more chests and walk away with a lot of Cleopatra statues. So if you like this video, throw a thumbs up. If you are Ginger and this video was for you, you know, I know you already subscribed, but hey, get some other people to subscribe too. I do appreciate you all for watching, and I hope you have a great night. It just clicked over to morning for me, so I'm going to sign out, Barb Attack, and go to bed. All right, thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye-bye.